This is the story of a man named Ethan, his wife Claire, and the woman he never planned to fall for, Sophie. It happened over the course of a few years, and it shows how something that starts as innocent connection can quietly tear a marriage apart without anyone ever crossing a physical line. Ethan and Claire had been married for 10 years. They met in their mid-20s, got together quickly, and built a comfortable life. They had a small apartment that turned into a house with a backyard. Ethan worked in marketing and Claire was a teacher. On the surface, everything looked stable. They paid bills on time, took weekend trips sometimes, and never had big fights. But over the years, the spark that used to be there slowly faded. Claire still loved Ethan in her own steady way. She remembered how he liked his coffee, black with 1 spoon of sugar. She noticed when he had a tough day at work and would make his favorite meal without him asking. She never demanded grand gestures. All she really wanted was his full attention at the end of the day, to talk about their lives, and to feel like they were still a team. Ethan gave her his time and his respect, but inside he felt like something important was missing. The conversations at dinner became shorter. The weekends felt routine. He told himself this was just what happened after 10 years. Life gets busy, love becomes quiet. Then Sophie entered the picture. She was a colleague at a client company Ethan worked with on a project. They first met during a long Zoom call about campaign ideas. Sophie was in her early 30s, smart, and had a dry sense of humor that made meetings less boring. At first, their talks were purely professional. They exchanged emails about work deadlines, then started chatting about random things like books they both read or funny stories from their days. Over the next few months, the messages became more frequent. Sophie would text Ethan late in the evening about a podcast she thought he would like. He started looking forward to those notifications. When he replied, he felt engaged in a way he hadn't felt with Claire in years. Sophie listened when he talked about his frustrations at work. She shared her own dreams about traveling to places she had never visited. There was no flirting at the beginning, no secret meetings, just 2 people who enjoyed each other's company. One evening after a particularly stressful day, Ethan and Sophie ended up on a long phone call. They talked for over an hour about everything from childhood memories to what they wanted their lives to look like in 5 years. When Ethan hung up, he sat in his car for a while before going inside the house. For the first time in a long time, he felt truly seen and excited about something. That scared him, but he didn't stop the conversations. Weeks turned into months. Ethan started comparing the 2 relationships in his mind. With Claire, everything felt predictable. The same routines, the same silences. With Sophie, every conversation felt fresh. He began replying to Claire's messages later than usual. At dinner, his mind would wander and Claire noticed the distant look in his eyes. She asked him once or twice if everything was okay at work, but he brushed it off. One night, Ethan met Sophie for a coffee after work. It was supposed to be quick, just to discuss a project, but they ended up talking for 3 hours. When he got home, Claire was already in bed. She asked where he had been, and he said it was a late meeting. That was the first small lie, even though nothing physical had happened. A few weeks later, Ethan finally admitted to himself what was going on. He was falling in love with Sophie. During one late-night conversation, he told her, "I think something is wrong with me." Sophie replied calmly, "Or maybe something finally feels right." Those words stayed with him for days. The guilt built up slowly. Ethan knew he was married. He cared about Claire and didn't want to hurt her, but the connection with Sophie felt real and alive. He started imagining what life would be like if he could be with her openly. At the same time, he hated himself for pulling away from Claire while still living under the same roof. Claire sensed the change long before he said anything. The late replies to her texts, the way he seemed distracted even when they were together, the way he smiled at his phone sometimes. One quiet evening after dinner, she looked at him across the table and asked directly, "Are you still in love with me?" Ethan didn't have an answer ready. He paused for a long time. Claire's face changed. She said softly, "She has a name, doesn't she?" When he finally whispered, Sophie, it felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. Claire didn't shout or cry right away. She sat there and processed it. Then she said, "You didn't cheat on me with her body, but you stopped loving me while you were still living here, eating meals with me, sleeping in the same bed. That hurts more than anything else could." Ethan tried to explain that he never planned any of this. He said he still cared about her deeply. Claire looked at him with tired eyes and replied, "Caring isn't the same as being in love. You've already checked out." The conversation lasted late into the night. Ethan admitted he had feelings for Sophie. Claire asked if he loved her. When he said yes, it was like the 10 years of their marriage ended in that single word. Claire didn't throw things or scream. She just looked empty. At the end, she told him, "If that's how you feel, then go. Go to her. I'll figure out how to live without the love you already stopped giving me." That same night, Ethan packed a bag and left. He drove straight to Sophie's place and told her everything, that he had confessed to Claire and was now free to be with her. He expected relief or happiness. Instead, Sophie looked at him quietly for a long moment. She said, "You didn't choose me. You lost her first. You came to me because your marriage broke, not because you made a clear decision while things were still whole." Sophie explained that she had fallen for him too, but she didn't want to be the person he ran to after destroying his old life. She didn't want to start something built on guilt and broken pieces. "You were supposed to decide before everything fell apart," she told him. Then she asked him to leave. Ethan stood outside her door in the dark, completely alone. He had no wife waiting at home. No new beginning with Sophie. Just the weight of what he had done, or rather, what he had allowed to happen by not addressing the problems in his marriage sooner. In the weeks that followed, Ethan replayed everything in his head. He realized he never physically cheated. There were no secret hotel rooms, no lies about where he was spending the night. But he had given Sophie the emotional part of himself that used to belong to Claire. He had checked out of his marriage long before he walked out the door. Claire filed for divorce a month later. She moved on with quiet dignity, focusing on her teaching job and her friends. From what Ethan heard through mutual acquaintances, she eventually started healing and even dating again. Sophie kept her distance completely. Ethan was left with regret. He understood too late that love isn't just about avoiding the obvious mistakes like physical cheating. It's also about showing up fully for the person you promised to build a life with. When the timing is wrong, when you let distance grow and then find connection somewhere else, even the purest new feelings can destroy what was already there. Sometimes people fall out of love slowly without realizing it. Sometimes they find it again in the wrong place and the wrong time. Ethan didn't set out to hurt anyone. He didn't lie about where he was every night or hide major secrets. But in the end, he lost both women, his home, and the stable life he once had. This kind of story happens more often than people admit. A marriage becomes routine, someone finds real conversation and excitement elsewhere, and before long the emotional bond shifts completely. No one touches, but the betrayal still feels deep because trust and intimacy are broken. If you've ever been in a long relationship that started feeling empty, or if you've watched someone go through something like this, you know how quietly it can all fall apart. What do you think? Is emotional connection outside a marriage always a form of betrayal, even without physical cheating? Have you or someone close to you faced something similar? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you want more real lifestyle stories about relationships, mistakes, and the lessons that come from them, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you'll catch the next one as soon as it drops. Thanks for listening.